Hello. Let me just check whether I am audible, visible. Can you confirm once whether I am audible, visible? Okay, I think we are also live on YouTube and we will start recording in the session as well. So, just firstly, welcome all those who registered and are inside uh, they're inside this Zoom session. I know many of you I always give this privilege to watch it over YouTube or get the recording. So that's why. But whoever could spare time and come, thank you so much. We'll just begin in a while. सेशन यूजुअली तो मैं हिंदी में तो लेता ही नहीं, मैं इंग्लिश में लेता हूँ। और पर अगर आपको हिंदी में कोई चैलेंज कुछ आपको पूछना है, कुछ ऐसा है वेयर यू फील दैट आपको कुछ पूछना है तो फिर आप मुझे पूछ सकते हैं। लैंग्वेज का कोई बैरियर नहीं है। But we will go in English. Reason being that usually English medium. So I'll start this recording also now. So hi everyone. Good evening. Today is 25th of September 2025, and we are here on the uh, approach session, or especially for people who are appearing or going to start their preparation for UPSC Civil Service Examination. I'm Abhilash, and I am your Civil Services Examination mentor, and is just want to check, confirm once whether my is it is it visible properly? Okay, so today's session, the only outcome which I am looking at, once you watch today's session or attend today's session, you have this clarity that what is the exam, what is the preparation, actually तैयारी मतलब क्या होता है, what is preparation. आप लोगों का बहुत everybody has a different assumption. Sir, I want to give in 2026. I only have 1 year with me. I want to do in the first attempt only. So these kind of questions I keep on getting. See, it's very difficult to when we do not know what is your capability, if you're a gifted learner or how it is very difficult to say that if you have 1 year, whether your 1 year will be enough or not. There are stories, there are success stories where they claim that they have completed or they have attempted the sessions in, they have done the preparation and they have got the uh, success result in a very 4 months, 5 months kind of a time. But is it applicable to everybody of us? That I don't know. But before I start the session today, I just want to tell you that if you can keep a pen and paper with you, if you can write your notes, so that today, whatever you learn here, whatever you understand here, is absolutely clear with you. There should be no more confusion, no more multiple information from many sources, no more doubts, which should stop you from preparing the way you want to prepare for this UPSC Civil Service Examination. I'm just telling you, I am a mentor for UPSC Civil Service Examination, not any other exam, not any state PCS, not your other exams where you ask doubts that I am giving that exam, this exam, all the exam. That is fine. But when it comes to my mentoring and my capabilities, I'm only able to help you in this, and especially in the English medium. And I'll tell you the reason why. I do not differentiate in any medium. Neither is the country or the government of India differentiates in any medium. But then, because there is a provision and there is a proficiency on which you give the exam, I usually, because we prepared in, or I prepared in English medium and I have the content with me in English medium. That's why I claim to be an expert or mentor in this area. So today's session, this is the outcome. Before we begin, definitely you would want to know that people who have just this week joined their JS Foundation course or come to have interaction with me in this week, last 2 weeks, they would like to know about me, obviously, who is this mentor. So I qualified this exam in 2008. That time there were 4 attempts and 2 optional paper. And then I had geography and public administration as an optional, and I had essay. I mean, I have been quite good in these essay and geography optional, and then I, after some change in life, I did because I wanted to mentor as well. I did a faculty position at IS Gurukul Delhi in 2014 to 2016. I also was a part of the contribution team or the content team of Vision IS, one of the most reputed organization in the country, for the in the content part of the team, that is test series and answer evaluation and things like that. I have been a career change maker and employability expert and UPSC Civil Services Examination mentor for the last uh, 11, 12 years. But my dedication is not just about UPSC, but also making youth of India employable in the emerging area of world of work. So I actually have dedicated my working years or my purpose of life towards this as well. This only. So I've had my government career stint. I was a Group A officer with the National Career Service, Ministry of Labor and Employment, Government of India, and I was also a strategy manager with Skill India, NSDC, the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and I was a manager also with the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, FICCI. So these have been my area of work where majorly I have seen that how the youngsters or the India's demographic dividend becomes a dividend for the country and they actually go to the work and contribute. So I have been working extensively. It's not that sometimes the God decides your journey, and that's what had been planned for me. So I have been kind of made to work in these areas where I'm talking about employability, I'm talking about emerging opportunities of career, and especially even in this sector, that is the government exam sector, with changing times, even the workforce changing, the mentality of workforce changes. I mean, it is not the same old kind of world. Today we are infused with technology and how we use those technology as a regular part of our life. Today we are online, we are at some place of the country, I'm at some place, and we are interacting. So this was obviously when in 2006, 7, this as a smooth connection was not a mass kind of a thing. Obviously, satellite communication was there, but today it is a mass kind of a thing where I can reach at the cornermost or remotest country, part of the country with the internet connection and things like that. So coming to the point, today's session, what is your takeaway? Why should you be attending this? And if you're attending and spending your 1 or 2 hour with me, ऐसा क्या होने वाला है आपके साथ जो आप इस पे रहना चाहिए? This is what I want to give you. अगर इसमें and all these things are coming from all the questions which I have collected from you. When you register for the session, ऐसा होता है कि ask the mentor a question, right? तो आप कुछ लिख देते हैं कि मुझे ये जानना है, how to begin, how to prepare and all that. And somebody's micro concept, somebody has some other issues, some have family issues, some has the multiple level of stage of life. Many are fresher, कुछ तो स्कूल से निकले हैं, कुछ अभी फर्स्ट ईयर ऑफ कॉलेज में, कुछ एग्जाम खत्म करके बैठे हैं ग्रेजुएट फुल फुल प्रिपेयर करने के लिए, कुछ वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल है, कुछ मैरिड हैं और वुमेन है, दे वांट टू रिटर्न टू वर्क एंड दे वांट टू प्रिपेयर विद द एग्जाम एट होम. तो कई सारे स्टे मतलब ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल आर देयर हु watch or be a part of this session or reach out to me or elevate IS. And how do you reach out to me? Mostly most of you have seen my GS Foundation program, which is free to start um, the advertisement in Instagram, Facebook, or any of these online areas. And that is the reason, I mean, why we are doing this session, because you start with your curiosity, what it is, and then every bi-weekly. Earlier, last month, it was every weekly, but now I've done it bi-week. I do this session of orientation to make you clearly understand up where you are entering, what is this career, what is this examination. Let's not all go by myths and stories around it. बहुत सारे इन्फ्लुएंसर्स हैं, बहुत सारे इन्फ्लुएंसिंग एलिमेंट्स हैं, मूवीज हैं, न्यूज आइटम्स हैं, आईएएस बन गया एंड ऑल दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग, लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स गोज ऑन. सो वी ऑल हैव बिल्ड अप आवर परसेप्शन अबाउट दिस एग्जाम, दिस करियर, विच इज़ फार फ्रॉम रियलिटी. सो लेट्स बी वेरी क्लियर, हम किस तरफ अपना जो टाइम और एनर्जी इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. So if you feel you are made for it, then you go for it. नहीं तो आप अपना जो your if you invest that energy some other place, you may get benefit much more return than risking your 2 3 years investing in learning towards this examination in the hope that की हो पाएगा. Because it is also considered as one of the, because of its success ratio, ये जाना जाता है one of the world's toughest exam. बहुत ही कम सक्सेस रेशियो है, तो इसी वजह से अगर आप इस एग्जाम की तरफ आ रहे हैं तो इट हैज टू बी एब्सोल्यूट क्लैरिटी एंड गोल विद द पर्पस, डिटर्मिनेशन. हार होएगी, फेल होंगे, फिर से खड़ा होना पड़ेगा, फिर से चढ़ना पड़ेगा. तो दिस इज काइंड ऑफ द जर्नी वेयर दिस एग्जाम टेक्स यू थ्रू. So today we will talk about the reality check, what this exam is and what it is not. All the exam structure, जो भी prelims है, mains है और interview है, the 3 stage structure. I'll talk about the eligibility and opportunities as per the notification of UPSC. Then we will talk something about zero to hero. Basically, people ask me, sir, मुझे कुछ नहीं पता सर, मुझे स्टार्टिंग से बताओ. स्टार्टिंग के स्टार्टिंग से. It is the beginning of the beginning. The session today is the beginning of the beginning. What if you do nothing? कुछ नहीं पता आपको. आज से आप कल शुरू करने वाला हो, दशहरा आने वाला है, नवरात्र चल रहे हैं और बहुत ही शुभ मुहूर्त होता है स्टार्ट करने का, पढ़ाई करने का, ज्ञान अर्जन करने का. तो आप सोचिए आप अभी स्टार्ट कर. दैट इज हाउ आई विल टेक दिस. देन सम टॉकिंग अबाउट टाइम प्लानिंग एंड बेसिकली जो परसेप्शन होता है कि 2026 का अटेम्प्ट में दे दूंगा क्या, 2027 में दे दूंगा. दैट क्लैरिटी आई विल गिव. जजमेंट इज योर्स, व्हाट यू वांट टू डू और हाउ यू वांट टू डू. फ्यू मिथ्स, ये मिथ्स जो है चारों तरफ आप, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली आप सिर्फ मेरे पास तो नहीं आए होंगे, यू वुड हैव कम टू of the search the internet, lot of other YouTubes, lot of other people, lot of other experienced people, many people talk about many things about this exam. So there are certain myths and let us get it clear. आज जो यहाँ से क्लैरिटी लेके जाना है, इट हैज टू बी एब्सोल्युटली क्रिस्टल क्लियर कि आपके दिमाग में फिक्स हो जाना चाहिए कि मुझे इसके बारे में पता है. अगर आप कल कोई 10वीं के छात्र को, इफ यू गो टू अ 10th क्लास स्टूडेंट एंड स्पीक टू देम अबाउट दिस यूपीएससी सिविल सर्विस एग्जामिनेशन एंड द करियर, I will make you enable it with today's session. That is what I promise with this session. Then I'm going to talk about the daily email foundation, the plan, the foundation plan which comes through daily email, and what is my other various activities which I offer to you as a service. And then what are the next steps, especially on the mentorship part of it. And what do you have to do if you are a fresher to start off with? Is it okay? Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, you can put in the chat right away, and I will uh, answer it. Wherever the rule of the session is, if you feel you want to talk something to me, you want to mention something to me, you can put it in the chat, in the Zoom chat, and also people who are watching in YouTube. If the YouTube chat is live, they can also put it in the YouTube chat. can put it in the. So I also am accessing the live chat of YouTube. So in case you want to put something over there, I am accessing it. Okay. Um, so coming to today's first thing, UPSC Civil Service is in one frame. So what exactly this exam all about? We understand Union Public Service Commission (UPSC) is celebrating its 100 years this year. Okay, this is considered as the HR of government. It finds human resource for government, and it finds to various exams. So one way is to find for the defense services, and one is to find for the civil services. Defense services are through NDA exam and then CDS exam. And there are other government services like geology services, medical services, Indian economic services, like that. There are multiple other opening exam driven services, Central Police Forces services, so Reserve Police Force services. So like that, there are certain exams which UPSC conducts. And one of the exam is UPSC's Civil Service Examination. Now, the Civil Service Examination is one exam which allows to get inside 17 to 19 services of Group A and Group B cadre. So they are, as per notification, last year's notification, there are 19 services. Out of them, services which we all are aware of, like All India services like Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service, Indian Foreign Service, as well as Indian Forest Service. Forest Service has a different mains examination, but the prelims examination is through this. Okay. And then Indian Revenue Service and various other central services of Group A and Group B of civil services. Exactly what does this service do? ये करता क्या है? यही तो career है. This is, you are giving this exam for a career of 30 to 40 years. All the government works of particular departments or particular are allotted to these services. For example, जो foreign services, they are attached with Ministry of External Affairs. They manage the passport office across India. They are also the diplomatic enclaves of or diplomatic relation or high commissions of India in various countries. You must have seen currently Mr. Kshitij of IFS. He spoke on United Nations last 2 days back. So he is a part of Indian Foreign Services, now a diplomat in United Nations from India, representing India. So like that, there are multiple services they do. There is this Indian Revenue Service which takes care of the revenue part of it. IRS, IT, income tax service. Then there is GST collection, taxation service. Then there is Indian Railway Police. All through this exam. Then there is Indian Postal Service. Again through this exam. Then there are multiple such services which are central government services which helps to deliver government departments work. ये काम है, ये 40 साल आप 30-35 years of work is this. Your career progression happens through this. You are administrating the works of that particular department in the country. Indian Defense Estate Service. तो ऐसे कई सारे सर्विसेज है, 19 सर्विसेज टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक. Similarly, Indian Police Service and Indian Administrative Service. These two services are called as All India Service just because they also have each one of the service gets a home cadre, and this cadre is the distribution of your working area, working states, and that is something is called home cadre and something is called as central deputation. जब आप होम कैडर में होते हो तो आप अपने स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के स्टेट सर्विसेज के लिए आप एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विसेज करते हो. फॉर एग्जांपल योर कैडर बिलोंग्स टू महाराष्ट्र. So you will be in the when you are in the Maharashtra, you will be serving all the Maharashtra Government Services Department. 5 years for deputation, they send you to central government. The- That deputation is called as That's why that is called as All India Services. Is there any change in my? I feel the electricity challenge happened. Just a second. Okay. Similarly, so this exam is conducted. So I told you what is the career, what is the job. Now, what is the how it happens? It happens through UPSC's examination. And what is this exam testing? It is testing your knowledge, analytical skills, judgment capacity, your writing skills, and importantly is consistency. How consistent you are. In fact, when if in one line one has to talk about UPSC exam, civil service examination, it is not about perfection. It is about consistency. हर दिन उठ के every day, daily, you have to prepare. Daily, dedication wise. Like the way you do brush your teeth, take bath, like regular habit, like that you have to prepare. That kind of dedication is required. Otherwise, how are you going to serve the public? The career starts only after you clear the exam. So hence, that is why you need to be at that level that not just to clear the exam, you also become that much purposeful. That when you join the service, you are able to deliver or commit to whatever oath you have taken as per that service. चाहे वो कोई भी गवर्नमेंट का सर्विस हो, IAS हो, IPS हो, एनी फॉरेन सर्विस हो और IRS हो, everywhere they ask, they take you oath after your training. So your dedication is shown over there. And in multiple, a lot of my past students, they're currently serving and they engage. I see their names coming in newspaper in various activities. Somebody is doing some great work in their district. Somebody is in custom service trying to capture people who are, smuggling gold. And he calls me and tells me, said the way creatively they are taking these days. There are, so you will come to have an exposure of this kind of, जो आप न्यूज में पढ़ते हो, these kind of things which you will be a part of that working force. So when we come to this exam preparation, if you are thinking मैं जल्दीबाजी में फटाफट I will prepare and धड़ा in 2 months I will complete and 3 months I will complete, if you have that kind of mindset, then this is not for you. Here it is a marathon, it is not a sprint. And one more thing, this exam is just a stage of your life. It is not your life. You are investing your 2 years, 3 years, learning about everything to crack this exam so that you serve the nation. But nobody guarantees whether you will be able to crack it. But you will be learning about the nation, and any which way, in any capacity, even after the exam gets like you're not eligible or whatever happens, you're able to serve the nation. So hence, you should be very much clear and very much purposeful what you are going to get inside and invest. Coming to the structure of the paper, so there are three stages. One is the first stage is like everybody who applies for the exam gets a admit card to give this exam. Preliminary stage, stage one, it is objective paper, paper one and paper two. Paper one is general studies, and paper two is civil services aptitude test. CSAT is qualifying, but it must be cleared with 33% marks. Once you qualify that, only then your scores are taken in the GS studies paper. Then the final list comes after the prelims exam, and the as per the vacancy, if the vacancy was 1,000 in the notification, then 12 to 13 times that much amount of aspirants will go and write the mains. So 13,000 around aspirants will go and write the mains. Now mains is a pretty typical old style, old fashioned pen and paper based paper. It is descriptive format. 9 papers are there. GS paper 1, GS paper 2, GS paper 3, GS paper 4, then essay paper, then two optional, paper 1, paper 2 of a subject, single option, two language paper, one compulsory English and one official language, any of the official language. Now this is where your cutoff for interview starts. Like if you do well in this course well, then only you go for interview preparation or interview. Your call is there for interview selection. Then comes the third stage, is a board interview, face-to-face interaction. This is the first time the UPSC comes to know who is the person behind the roll number. So that is where your personality test matters. So I don't know how you have written your question paper previously. The day they look at you, the day is they see you, the first impression, all that you know today. They talk about personality, how the first impression happens. First impression, there is no second opportunity for the first impression. All this matters in this interview. One thing for sure, that in the final merit list, it is about your main score and your interview scores. But prelim is screening, and it does not mean that it is ignorable. You know that maximum failure happens in the prelims itself. 99% of people fail. That's the reason it becomes the most toughest barrier to cross. Many people keep on giving attempt for 3, 4, 5 years, and prelims are not clear. Forget about mains. There is a so which means the mindset to clear prelims is different. The mindset to clear mains is different. And that exactly you have to prepare. तैयारी हमें जो करनी है उस चीज की. Coming to the point of prelims. If anybody has any doubt still here, you can just put it in the chat. अगर कोई doubt है तो you can put it in the chat if you have any doubt. I also urge people who are watching on the live stream in YouTube, they can also put it in the क्या बोलते हैं in the YouTube chat. You can put it in the chat. I just don't want to rush. मैं ऐसा रश नहीं करना चाहता कि आपका आप फॉलो ना कर पाए और you feel as if you missed out anything. Very simple. Yeah, आपको this information is available openly everywhere. It is just we are giving time today that this 1 hour we learn about it. Then tomorrow we may not get confused ever, and we start our preparation very clear. Coming to the point of prelims, the first hurdle. Paper structure, GS paper was 100 question and 200 marks is there. Negative marking is there, and that is 0.66 or 0.67 for each wrong answer, one third mark. Similarly, CSAT paper has 80 questions, qualifying paper, and it needs around 33% minimum. The In the paper one, the paper can be divided into the knowledge of polity, economy, geography, history, environment and ecology, science and technology, current affairs. Motamoti inside this, or you can call one more section as general knowledge also. So around this only the area of questions can be managed. Now, very simple. Historically, it has seen there is no one who has scored 100 out of 100 in this paper. So if your attempt is to solve all the 100 questions, that is the first formula to fail. Second is how intelligently or how observant you are in this paper. Because UPSC is not just checking your answer or how much you have learned. It is not always checking क्या तुमने एनसीईआरटी पढ़ा है. These all things UPSC is not checking. All these things are aspirants created. See, the question came exactly same word from NCRT. Question came exactly same word from PIBU, Press Information Bureau's press release. Come on, yeah, where else they will find questions from? Whatever is happening current affair, what is there, that the same content only they will find questions from, na? Which is also you are going or reading through. But if somebody claims that just because reading one book entirely, everything will come from that, that absolutely is wrong. That approach is wrong. So it is not about, uh, you know, learning book or completing any, everything which is available in the content. It is more about how accurately, how much sure you are when you are answering a question. So quality of attempt beats quantity. You have to be, because there is a negative mark, you have to be very sure that when you're marking a question, you know you 100% you know about it. And that needs practice. That needs confidence. See, very simple question. Whenever you would have seen in your past, somebody asks you, how many laws does thermodynamics have? You will say three. If I ask, are you sure? Are you sure? Three. Suddenly your brain thinks, ये क्या बोल रहा है ऐसा यार? फोर तो नहीं है, एक जीरो लॉ भी तो था, अरे जीरो वन टू थ्री, फोर होगा यार. सर सर देयर आर फोर लॉस. No, no, sir, there are five laws, sir. Sorry, sir, I'm unable to recall. So, like, when you hear, you email, if something like, are you sure? Is it okay? If this kind of question comes, immediately your confidence shatters. But if you are very sure, you can remember, no, there is only three laws. Simple. I've read it, confused. There's nothing, no confusion. You just kill it. No, sir, that's it. Are you sure? Yes, sir. Khatam. They know their confidence is there. So that is what is the accuracy. When you see the questions, UPSC is very smartly preparing the answers also. They are not doing fill in the blanks type of question. What is the capital of India? Delhi or New Delhi? No, they are not doing that. They say capital of India is New Delhi. Number one. Before 1911, Kolkata was India's capital. Number two. India's capital has been changing since the British time for five times. Number three. India's national capital is only formed after the formation of Constitution of India. Selection. Answer one. Answer one and two only. See, answer one, two, three only. Answer none of the above. No. So common of thing. Capital of the country. That is the knowledge. See whether you know the depth of it or not. This also you'll get wrong. Are you getting my point? So UPSC preparation has to be like that. Now coming to the next activity, mains. Uh, See, anytime you have any, I'm not obstructing anybody for any questions. अगर आपके पास questions हैं, कहीं भी आपको लगता है कि सर मेरे मन में ये सवाल आया है, डोंट फील सिली क्वेश्चन है, क्या सोचेगा, ऐसा कुछ मत सोचो. जस्ट राइट द, यू जस्ट टाइप इट. आई विल नॉट नेम एनीबडी, आई जस्ट टेल दैट. Now comes the mains paper. Now it's absolutely the next stage is pen and paper based, and the it is 1750 marks. Each paper is descriptive. Approximately 3 hours का paper होता है. It tests your depth of understanding and ability to articulate, express yourself. See what is the evaluation answer writing, understanding your conceptual clarity and depth. Did you understand the demand of question? वो पूछ रहा है जापान का रास्ता, आप चीन का रास्ता लिखोगे, आपको मार्क्स क्यों मिलेंगे? सर पर मैंने लिखा था सर, मैंने सब कुछ लिखा था वहां पे. अरे नहीं चाहिए था उसको कंटेंट डंप. Maximum time people who are unable to score in mains, the first reason is they're unable to complete the paper because of time distribution. Second reason is they do content dumping. जैसे ही एक वर्ड वो देख लेते हैं, उनको लगता है ये वर्ड है, उसके बारे में जो आता है वो लिख लेते हैं. बाकी वो सर समझेगा जो चेक कर रहे हैं, उसके ऊपर लाद देते हैं. And exactly opposite, people who score very high, number one, they are able to complete the entire paper, distributing the time. Number two, they are helping the examiner to getting evaluated. उन्होंने ज़्यादा इंग्लिश ना लेके डायग्राम बना दिया, पॉइंटर में लिख दिया. इट इज मेकिंग इट वेरी क्लियर दैट सर आई अंडरस्टूड द डिमांड ऑफ द क्वेश्चन, ये मेरा आंसर. दैट्स इट. द एग्जामिनर इज टेकिंग, अच्छा ठीक है, उसको एक दिन में 50-60 पेपर चेक करना है. नाउ दिस पर्सन हैज हेल्प्ड हिम टू complete his paper checking in within 5-10 minutes. What a fantastic, smart fellow. Good. So that's why even if you are a gold medalist, even if you have from the LKG, you are coming gold medalist first, and from IIM and from top level institute from London or somewhere educated. If you do not show your smartness over here, you not necessarily will crack the exam. You will see success stories coming from people who have no academic qualification as a gold medalist or any topper like that. They are like, in fact, failed multiple times in schooling. Still they make the exam, crack the exam. How is it that possible? अचानक क्या हो जाता है? Because they are smart, because they are able to understand what is the requirement. So nobody is looking at your academic qualification or academic ability. This exam is for a job. So every time that sense should be there. What exactly? क्या पूछा है उतना आंसर देने का खत्म. In fact, it is a question answer booklet. You do not have pages to write also. उतने में ही लिखना है. If your handwriting font size is very big, still you have to write in that. Your font size is very small, still you have to write in that. So these are something which comes in practice. So what are the key evaluation? When we do answer writing, we'll talk about this, but just for the sake of, very क्या चेक करते हैं तो स्ट्रक्चर लॉजिकल फ्लो वेदर योर बैलेंस ऐसा तो नहीं बिल्कुल कि उड़ा दो वर्ल्ड को बॉम्ब से ऐसा ऐसा ना रहेगा सर ना बजे ना रहेगा सर दर्द this kind of attitude is there or what you have some illustration some examples to make your point through and the clarity एक मूवी में थी कहीं तो एक मूवी में था कि सादगी में ही खूबसूरती आई डोंट रिमेम्बर विच मूवी इज दैट द मोर सिंपल इट इज द मोर ब्यूटीफुल इट इज the more you try to become a Shakespeare in English or trying to write like very high dramatic words in English to make one impress it not necessarily works out every time. Then what are the success factor is like many people think पहले prelims clear हो जाए उसके बाद pen पकड़ेंगे और we will write answers. The biggest challenge is yeah, thank you. So yeah, in the flow I could not recall. In fact, Hrithik Roshan says in Kahona Pyar Hai. Anyway, just joking. Uh, uh, uh,
Uh,
many people wait for prelims. एक बार prelims खत्म हो जाए, then I'll start writing. That's not good. What happens is, we forget. The writing is something which comes with practice. In fact, if you ask me today, I don't even write, take pen and paper and write. We do some digital pen. If you ask me to write an answer, I will fail because it's been long that I've written paragraph in pages. But students who are coming from college, at least they have habit to write. But if for 3 months you don't write, imagine if you remember your school days, after summer vacation when you go to school, you forget what is A, B, C, क्या है, how to hold the pen, कैसे करना है. You forget it. The brain is like that. The answer writing is something. Nobody is telling you to have the knowledge of writing before. You have to write something. And that's what the importance happened, writing skill, because old pattern hai. Then comes the final stage, personality test. Now, many people say कि रिजल्ट आने के बाद देख लेंगे डिटेल्ड एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म से आते हैं उसी से ही पूछते हैं मेरा 3 बार मैं इंटरव्यू दे के आया हूँ वहीं से ही पूछते हैं बट भाई क्यों 3 बार इंटरव्यू दे रहे थे बिकॉज योर वे ऑफ लुकआउट वाज लाइक दिस you many people think that it is like they are going to ask you some uh, from the whatever CV or application here from. No, it's a personality test, and the board people who are in the board are ex civil servants. They are going to check whether you are able to, will you be able to manage the responsibility of the service. देश का responsibility, it's the responsibility of the nation that is going to be given to you. I don't say that they don't do wrong. गलती तो होता ही है. There are people who fool it out. There are people who oversmart it. Definitely. होता ही. There is always, there will be such cases. कि अगर personality test देख रहे हैं तो why are these corrupt IAS officer becoming corrupt? Why this kind of nature is there? Why they are misutilizing? You can ask me such questions. But let me tell you, every system has some leakage always. आपका घर में भी आप देख लो कोई भी प्रोसेस आप बोलो there will be some gap, some leakage, something happen. Even इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जब ट्रैवल करता है फ्रॉम वन पॉइंट टू अदर पॉइंट थ्रू वायर आई स्क्वायर आर टी इज द लॉस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी लीकेज होता ही. So I cannot से कि नहीं हो रहा है. इनफैक्ट मोस्ट एनोमली ऑफ दिस एग्जाम इज यहाँ पे एक एथिक्स का पेपर है. देयर इज अ पेपर कॉल्ड ऑफ एथिक्स. Now, I see, for example, you are the student and I'm teaching you ethics, and you say, sir, because of your this session, no, I learned a lot, sir. I learned a lot, sir. You are the person responsible. Oh, thank you so much, sir. Now that I have cleared the exam, now. Then the exam gets over, and then I say, sir, then I come to the you and say, congrats. Acha, you were saying that you learned from my session. Will you be able to, endorse my session to people who are youngster who are that this is valuable? Then immediately say, sir, what are you, sir? Is there any payment for it? Is there anything you are giving me, sir? Anything in returns? So where is the ethics gone? Similarly, every time in UPSC, the questions will come on corruptions, dowry systems, women, all the harassment on women. Everything will come. Every year, these people will write answers and they'll get. But same stories always happen. IS, there is a dowry thing, still not gone. Corruption, all the newses are happening. I don't want to name them. There will be a lot of divorce and separation, women harassment and family harassment cases between the families itself. Why such thing? दिस इज द बिगेस्ट एनोमली. हम एग्जाम दे रहे हैं उसके बारे में कि हम भैया अब नैतिकता में हम बहुत आगे हैं, बहुत बढ़िया हैं, हम क्वालिफाइड है, एंड हम उसी में फेल हो जाते. तो अब देखो, ये तो संसार का ऐसा है कि जिसने ड्रामा करके अच्छी तरह लिख लिया उसको मिल गया. अजम्पशन तो वही है. तो अभी मैं तो ये नहीं कह पाऊंगा कि आई कैन नॉट से दैट आई एम गोइंग टू सुधारो फॉर यू दिस थिंग, बट आई कैन ओनली से दैट हाउ टू राइट दैट बेटर. दैट्स इट. But if it is there within your nature, then definitely you'll understand the change will happen. Because most of the time, UPSC Civil Service Examination may not make you a civil servant. It will make you a responsible citizen, a good human being who knows himself or herself. Your own capacity, your own capability, how you are emotionally handling your life. The journey is with you. You are not competing with anybody. Every day, every night, you are competing with you. What were you yesterday? What are you today? What was the person who is going to crack this examination is not the same boy or girl who is watching the session right now. Because that person who will crack the exam will be more learned, will be more sharp, will be more smarter, will understand what is required to crack this. But today you have multiple things, multiple confusion, clarity, distraction, this, that, whatever. Personality test is something. It is a board interview. People from various backgrounds are there, or mostly from this service background around there in a panel, and they kind of suit your emotional balance and integrity for service role. कई सारे व्हाट्सएप फॉरवर्ड होता है जिसमें बोलते हैं ये सिविल सर्विस में पूछा गया था, आईएएस में पूछा गया था. दोज आर जस्ट टू मेक यू लुक एट इट, बट नॉट नेसेसरी ऐसा कुछ पूछा गया था. सेकेंड पॉइंट इज, many people have this challenge, sir, I'm not good at English, how will I do? English is not mandatory. You have to speak in the language you have to prefer. हिंदी में बात करना, आप हिंदी में बात करिए. ट्रांसलेटर चाहिए, तमिल में बात करना है तमिल में, तेलुगु में, मलयालम, वॉट एवर इज द ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज, यू कैन टॉक इन दैट लैंग्वेज. यू हैव टू जस्ट इन्फॉर्म इट while you are filling the detailed application form during after the mains is done. प्रोफेशनली यू हैव टू ड्रेस, नॉट कि शादी में बारात में जा रहे हो बिल्कुल छटाछट हो गया, आई बिल्कुल चकाचक, ऐसा नहीं. चकाचक, नीट एंड क्लीन, बट प्रोफेशनल. Imagine, you're going to be a representative of government. So how do you expect a government officer to be? Like, it's like पूरा colorful, okay? ऐसा ना, or you look बिल्कुल sober and nice and gentleman type or gentlewoman type. And what matters is your thought process. The beauty is in the brain, not in your this thing. So whatever you speak, however you express, all this matters. And all this thing cannot happen overnight. This is a process of learning. If you want to learn, if you want to express yourself every day, I say, you talk about your points, how to deliver your points. लड़ाई नहीं कर सकते, मेरी बात सुन मुझे बोलने दो. You can't do like this. Sir, can I, if you allow me, can I share some thoughts on it? ऐसा. Yeah, these are certain professional way of talking. So you have to practice this. ये 3 महीने में नहीं आएगा, ये 2 महीने में नहीं आएगा. What if the result has come and the first day is yours only? वो करंट अफेयर लर्न कर रहा होता है, वो कर ही नहीं पाता एग्जाम. So personality is something which has to grow slowly, slowly. If you're in first year today, if you're in second year, or right now you're in college, see that you are able to talk, you have to express your thoughts, understand perspectives of, the situations or the current affair or the events which is happening, how you are going to give your opinion. So these things, it's a part of, जैसे आप स्टेज फियर, थोड़ी देर पहले पहले दिन स्टेज फियर में डर लगता है, फिर धीरे धीरे एक आध बार परफॉर्मेंस होता है, डर तो लगता है, लेकिन ये भी कॉन्फिडेंस होता है पिछली बार भी तो कर गया था, तो यू आर एबल टू गो लाइक दैट. Anyway, eligibility was, this is as per the notification. And if anybody has any thoughts you don't challenge me over here, because I also have completely depended on the notification. Notification comes in UPSC every year. तो उसके हिसाब से करंट लास्ट ईयर्स नोटिफिकेशन और 2025 नोटिफिकेशन, जनरल का एज लिमिट है 21 से 32 ईयर्स. 1 अगस्त ऑफ दैट ईयर इज कैलकुलेटेड, इज हाउ योर एज इज कैलकुलेटेड. ओबीसी का 35 ईयर्स तक है. SC ST का 37 ईयर्स तक है. एंड एज पर नोटिफिकेशन फिजिकल डिसेबिलिटी का चेंज होता है, आपको चेक करना है. अटेम्प्ट लिमिट जनरल का 6 अटेम्प्ट है मैक्सिमम, ओबीसी का 9 अटेम्प्ट है, SC ST का एज अटेम्प्ट ये है. लोग आप डॉक्यूमेंट चेंज कर देंगे, सर्टिफिकेट बना देंगे, ऐसा टाइप का क्वेश्चन मुझे मत पूछना. आई एथिक्स, आई टोल्ड यू, you know the case of Pooja Khedkar. So many things are there. Everything is happening in this world, I don't deny, but please don't ask me. I'm not anybody to follow or help you in these things. जो सच्चाई है वो सच्चाई है. So you know best what it is. And you have to, these days in UPSC, you have to do one-time registration, OTR. And with that, all your UPSC exams are also checked. So आप शायद से CDS दे रहे हो, and any other UPSC exams you are giving parallelly. So OTR works out as a single registration. Educational qualification wise, you need to have a bachelor's degree from any discipline from recognized university of the country. And field of education doesn't matter. Even score doesn't matter. कुछ साल पहले it was 50%, but अभी ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. आप आप ये होना चाहिए, ग्रेजुएट होना चाहिए. There are certain special provisions for person with disabilities. For economic weaker sections, you have to give additional documents. For ex-defense personals, they also have a age relaxation. So basically, your educational background, engineering, arts, commerce, medical, ये सब, marital status, college, brand has no impact on eligibility or merit. अगर आपको कोई ऐसा है, ये तो IITN है, ये तो IIM का है, ये तो कर ही लेगा, आप भी कर लोगे, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. इट्स अबाउट योर ओन विल पावर एंड पर्पस. ओके, आई थिंक दिस इज क्लियर. नाउ लेट्स टेक अ 1 minute break. Now from here starts my session about, हमको बिगिनिंग से बिगिन करना है. ऑल दिस क्वेश्चंस सब कुछ स्क्रैच से स्टार्ट करना है. हाउ डू वी स्टार्ट फ्रॉम देयर, दैट्स व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक. इफ यू रिलेट विथ इट फाइन, इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट विथ इट, अगर आप आज नहीं बोल पाए, इफ यू आर अनेबल टू से टुडे, you can use the WhatsApp. You can send me your conversation, what you want to have. I will answer them. You have my WhatsApp number. It's there. Okay. So just try to listen and grasp. And I'll guarantee one thing, कि आप सिर्फ 10% समझोगे. Whatever I talk, only 10% you will understand. I'm still trying to do my best and give you some example and make you understand. But today's world, the distractions are very high. फोन बज जाएगा, मम्मी बुला देगी, खाने का टाइम है, लंच डिनर टाइम है, और कुछ कुछ होगा, और भी पैरेलल चीज़ें चल रही होंगी. सो इट विल बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू फोकस. बट आप उसे बाद में देख लीजिएगा यूट्यूब में, मतलब देयर आई विल शेयर द लिंक एंड ऑल. बट व्हाटएवर आई से, try to grasp it in the first level. Okay. Okay. Now when it comes to any exam, when it comes to any exam, पहला चीज क्या है? What are the rules of the game? If it is about cricket, if it was any game, we need to know the rules of the game. The rules of the game over here is, हमने notification से पढ़ लिया क्या एग्जाम है, क्या eligibility है. We understood all that, whether I'm going to be eligible for my exam or not. What is my age? If you are 19 years, till the time you become 21 years, what will be the time? And all that thing you have calculated. When will be your readiness? Okay. First and foremost thing is to understand the syllabus. what is the syllabus or which is mentioned in the UPSC notification. This becomes your Bible. This becomes your daily routine. This becomes your purpose. The syllabus is the hint, is the guidance on which you will base your entire preparation. ऐसे अंधेरे में तो तीर नहीं मारोगे ना. कुछ एक दिया गया स्ट्रक्चर है सिलेबस. वो सिलेबस वेग भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. करंट अफेयर ऑफ नेशनल एंड इंटरनेशनल इंपॉर्टेंस, ये सिलेबस में लिखा हुआ है. क्या इंपॉर्टेंस फॉर एनीबडी, एनीथिंग कैन बी इंपॉर्टेंट. आई बिलोंग टू टूटीकोरिन इन तमिलनाडु. एनी न्यूज ऑफ टूटीकोरिन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू मी. पानी बह गया कि कल समंदर में कुछ हो गया इज एब्सोल्युटली इंपॉर्टेंट. बट whether it is important for the national level or international level, should somebody from J&K know what is happening in Tuticorin? So we need to think from that aspect. So coming to the point, syllabus. ये हमें कहाँ से मिलेगा? ये हमको मिलेगा यूपीएससी के नोटिफिकेशन में. अगर आप पूछोगे मैंने व्हेन यू हैव रीच्ड आउट टू मी, एक मैंने मैसेज किया था कि दिस इज अ जीएस फाउंडेशन प्रोग्राम, उसके साथ एक ज्ञान दे रखा था, आर यू सीरियस दिस दैट ये वो, ऐसे स्टार्ट करें. नीचे आप जाओ बोनस में, वहाँ पे आपको दिया होगा नोटिफिकेशन का लिंक, सिलेबस का लिंक, बुक लिस्ट का लिंक. तो मैंने कुछ कुछ क्यूरेट करके दे दिया. आई ऑलरेडी गिवन इट. आई एम नॉट गिविंग इट अगेन बिकॉज आई एम नॉट राइटिंग इट अगेन. इट इज ऑलरेडी देयर. इफ यू डोंट हैव इट राइट नाउ, यू जस्ट व्हाट्सएप मी अगेन. आई ऑटोमेटिकली वो वापस वही मैसेज भेज दो. ओके, डू नॉट वरी, एवरीथिंग वी हैव. बट आई हैव टू हाईलाइट यू व्हाई वी डू दिस, व्हाई वी नीड इट. उस सिलेबस का प्रिंट आउट लेके आपको सामने अपने स्टडी टेबल पे दीवार पे रख देना. फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट थिंग. Second is the game. The revision is the key to success. In fact, my first avatar of UPSC mentoring, where I did not come in front face, I had a website called reviseforis.com. अभी भी है वो, reviseforis.com. In 2014, 11th November, I launched it. For me, it was understood that revision is what is not happening, जिसकी वजह से बच्चे नहीं कर पा रहे. Because they are collecting data, they are so much of information curating, and with the age of internet and availability of PDF files, pen drive, folder, now Google Drive, just folder बना के लोग डाले जा रहे हैं. डेटा कलेक्टर बने जा रहे हैं. rather than district collector, they become data collector. Question is not that. Question is how much, even if you have less, how much well revised and well thorough you are with. So it is that it is a 3-time rule that whatever you read, 3 times you have to read so that it is, there in your brain. They're having a daily routine. I spoke about it, the consistency. Daily routine is रोज जरूरी है. रोज मतलब ये मेरा डेली हैबिट है. ऐसे नहीं कि आज के लिए ये किया जा रहा है, 5 दिन के लिए किया जा रहा है. इट्स अ डेली हैबिट. यू हैव टू मेक इट. यू आर ए प्रोफेशनल, यू आर ए वर्किंग पर्सन, यू आर ए स्टूडेंट. अपना शेड्यूल बनाओ, डेली प्रायोरिटी बनाओ, उसमें डेली रूटीन करो. टाइम लगेगा. वो एक द मॉन्क हू सोल्ड हिज फरारी, ही टोल्ड दैट इट टेक्स 21 days टू बिल्ड अ हैबिट. राइट, देखो 21 days में होता है कि 22 days में होता है. बट यू नीड टू हैव अ डेली रूटीन. यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा हुआ है 6 to 8 hours ऑफ फोकस स्टडी टाइम. इट इज वेग. ओके, व्हाई 6 to 8 hours I mentioned is usually जब आप when you start studying, no, you become so engrossed. या तो आपको नींद आ जाएगी, या तो आप ख्यालों में खो जाओगे, या तो आप एक्चुअली फोकस करने लगोगे. आपको समझ में आने दैट कंटेंट विल स्टार्ट टॉकिंग टू यू एंड देन यू फॉरगेट व्हाट इज द टाइम. भूख भी नहीं लगती, प्रेशर नहीं आता टॉयलेट पर जाने. 1 मिनट ये खत्म कर लेता हूँ, 1 मिनट ये खत्म कर लेता हूँ. एग्जैक्टली द वे द OTT दीज डेज विल ना. एक बार कंप्लीट, लेट मी वॉच द एपिसोड देन आई विल गो. लेट मी कंप्लीट द नेक्स्ट 30 minutes देन आई विल गो. अभी सोता हूँ, अभी सोता हूँ, अभी सोता हूँ. अभी बस ये आधा घंटा और एक एपिसोड, और एक एपिसोड. सीजन 1 ओवर, सीजन 2. द वे यू बिंज, पढ़ाई का भी ऐसा होता है. द मोमेंट यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग इंटरेस्टिंग, धक्का मार के पढ़ाया तो कभी कभी नहीं होगा. बट इफ यू स्टार्ट टेकिंग इंटरेस्ट एंड देन इट हैपेंस. तो 6 to 8 hours इसको आप मतलब दिल पे धीरे धीरे बढ़ता है वो. स्लोली स्लोली दैट इंटरेस्ट हैपेंस. देन आई टोल्ड यू अबाउट राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस, दैट डोंट वेट फॉर ए डे कि जब प्रीलिम्स क्लियर करेगा तभी मैं लिखेगा, पेन पकड़ेगा. नहीं, नोट्स बनाना अभी से शुरू करो. राइट, हैंड राइटिंग हैज टू बी गुड. लेट मी टेल यू, हैंड राइटिंग मैटर्स. अब कॉलेज वाले में ऐसे लिख देते थे, फर फुर करके टीचर दे देगा मार्क, पासिंग मार्क्स. आपका, देर आर पीपल हु विल टॉक लाइक एनीथिंग. हैंड राइटिंग एनालिसिस, फ्रॉम हैंड राइटिंग दे विल टेल वेदर यू विल बिकम एन ऑफिसर और नॉट. जैसे बोलते हैं डॉक्टर हैंड राइटिंग इज बैड, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है भाई. द क्लियर द हैंड राइटिंग इज, द क्लियर इज योर ब्रेन. ब्रेन में कबाड़ है, हैंड राइटिंग भी कबाड़ है. ये तो मेरे बचपन में मुझे सिखाया गया है. तो अगर मेरा हैंड राइटिंग गंदा है तो मैं एक्सेप्ट करता हूँ मेरा दिमाग भी कचड़ा है. एंड पीपल वही बोलते हैं भाई महात्मा गांधी जी का हैंड राइटिंग बहुत खराब है. अरे वो कितना लिखते थे, उनके पास कौन सा पेन था, या हमें क्या पता क्या लिखते थे. उस जमाने के साथ क्यों कंपेयर कर रहे हो. आपके पास आजकल इतना बढ़िया बढ़िया पेन है, यू हैव सच अ ब्यूटीफुल, क्या बटर मिल्क, क्या बटर पेन और समथिंग लाइक दैट. आई हैव सीन जस्ट राइट सो बटर फ्लो. So you have to choose a pen. You have to find a, you're a warrior. Pen is a warrior. It's like a sword for you. You have to see which is your friendly pen. हाथ दर्द नहीं होना चाहिए. In fact, my own quote is, until unless it is not written, it is not inside. बुद्धि, your hand has to learn, not the brain. मगअप नहीं करना है, अरे अरे अरे, ऐसे नहीं. हाथ से लिखना है. जब तक आप लिखोगे नहीं, वही आपका ब्रेन है. आपके पास नोट्स होने चाहिए. Now comes to the next stage, NCRT Foundation. Everybody, all the top postdoc, everybody will say NCRT, NCRT, start with NCRT, start with NCRT. Does UPSC say NCRT? No. NCRT is not said by UPSC, but by topper. Why? Because considering Kanyakumari to Kashmir and from Gujarat to Assam and Manipur and Meghalaya, Arunachal, what is the source of information which is available equally to all the citizen of India? अंडमान निकोबार में भी उसको मिल रहा होगा, लक्षद्वीप में भी उसको मिल रहा होगा. वो है एनसीईआरटी of books, school books. So that becomes the basic foundation. In fact, earlier days में कहा जाता था कि यूपीएससी सिविल सर्विस एग्जामिनेशन इज 10th क्लास लेवल एग्जाम, but done in a time condition, in a pressure condition. If you tell a 10th class student to appear the prelims paper, और टाइम मत दो उसको, मतलब छोड़ दो टाइम, करो बेटा जितना टाइम लेने लो, he will be able to solve many questions without anything. It is just that because it is a time bound and यूपीएससी का एग्जाम दे रहा है, the नेगेटिव मार्क है, फेल हो जाएगा, all these kind of things becomes, makes the challenge more difficult. So the NCRT Foundation, it is absolutely must. This is the first and foremost thing. 6th to class 10th, you have to do is to build your intuition, focus, and understanding basic concept. School level, mein, what concept they told in what way. The NCRT books are not written for IS, okay? They're written for that particular class. So don't challenge them. अरे ये क्या बता रहा है? अरे वो 12 साल या 10 साल के बच्चे के लिए वो लिखा गया है. तो वो थोड़ी आपको टेस्ट करना है. वो दिखा रहे हाउ दे हैव इंट्रोड्यूस द कॉन्सेप्ट फॉर अ 10th क्लास बॉय, a 10th school, 10 years child. And slowly they will increase till 11th 12th. And imagine you are 21 years और वो एक 10 साल का बच्चा है, तो वो see the books are different, so you learn from that way. Second is 11th 12th में थोड़ी difficult हो जाता है, depth of understanding becomes, and then here the current affair and everything starts meeting, understanding what is happening in current news and how it is related to the whatever you have learned in the basic concept. कुछ दिन पहले अभी बात हुई थी that Delhi will have plan of cloud seeding. They will do the rains through cloud seeding. Now, how are the cloud forms? How the rain happens? What is cloud seeding? All these things are basic knowledge in the school level. But current affair में क्या है कि Delhi government is trying to do a cloud seeding rain in Delhi. So that's why it is in picture. And now that becomes responsibility of aspirant to understand all about this thing. वाई, कल को जो सरकारी अफसर है उसको यस करके समझ में आना चाहिए ना कि भैया किस चीज़ का यस दिया है, कौन सा मटेरियल लगता है क्लाउड सीडिंग में, कौन सा सॉल्ट लगता है, हाउ मच डेप्थ और हाइट शुड बी द फ्लाई द फ्लाइट मूव इन, शुड वी नीड अ हेलीकॉप्टर और एरोप्लेन, व्हाट डू यू नीड फॉर क्लाउड सीडिंग. एक सरकारी अफसर होगा ना जो यस करेगा, तो कल अगर वो बन गए तो यू शुड हैव नॉलेज अराउंड दैट. तो माइक्रो नोट्स, ऑब्वियसली मेकिंग माइक्रो नोट्स. And as I mentioned, 3 hour revision cycle, 3 times reading, regularly doing the revision. So NCRT is your foundation. and it actually adds to your learning knowledge. Next comes the current affair. Now, current affair can be like, see, you can challenge this कि बड़े बड़े टॉपर बोलते हैं न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, it is no more important and this that. Let me tell you, newspaper is required for your daily knowledge of English, the way they express the sentences. These things happen in newspaper. You want to increase your personality, you want to talk more well sentences, good sentences. This thing comes from news. हाँ, अब देखो, सी, प्रॉब्लम यही है कि यू स्किप समथिंग और यूपीएससी वहीं से पूछ ले. लास्ट ईयर दिस प्रीलिम्स 100th क्वेश्चन वाज बुकेश क्वेश्चन, चेस ओलंपियाड के नाम पे उसे पूछ लिया था. अब सबको याद है गुकेश है, चेस है, स्पोर्ट्स को हम इतना ध्यान देते नहीं है. उन्होंने पूछ लिया, और एक कोई अभिनव शर्मा का नाम भी उसमें लिख दिया था. Now, question was, somebody who knows about sports was easy for them, but suddenly it became tough. अब छोड़ दो, क्या है, एक आध क्वेश्चन छोड़ दो. ठीक है, अब क्या कर सकते हैं, लोड नहीं लेने का, टेंशन नहीं लेने का. तो मैं नहीं कहूँगा कि मतलब 100/100 ऐसा नहीं, बट आता है. but अब कुछ तो आप इज्जत यूपीएससी को भी दो ना. वाह, क्या बॉल्ड फेंका है. ठीक है, मिस हो गया तो मिस हो गया. बट ऐसा है कि जो नेशनल हीरो बन जाते हैं उनके बारे में तो यू शुड हैव सम आइडिया. सो आई वुड से इनिशियल लेवल पे यू एक्चुअली डू सम रीडिंग ऑफ न्यूज़पेपर, एटलीस्ट ऑनलाइन न्यूज़पेपर कुछ तो पढ़ो, देखो तो न्यूज़पेपर होता क्या है. कल को जब अफसर बन जाओगे, सबसे पहले दफ्तर में फर्स्ट थिंग दैट विल कम इन योर टेबल हिट इज, अपार्ट फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस फाइल, विल बी ए न्यूज़पेपर. सो दैट विल ऑलवेज रिमेन द सोर्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन. सो थोड़ी सी होना चाहिए. देन कंसोलिडेशन ऑफ वीकली थीम्स, आपने जो पढ़ाई किया उसके हिसाब से. देर आर सो मेनी गुड वेबसाइट्स, गुड इंस्टीट्यूट्स, compilation which comes of newspaper. Please, we are telegram group, so many people do that. Give एक, कोई एक पकड़ लो, कोई नहीं, सब करने की जरूरत नहीं, कोई एक पकड़ लो, इट्स ओके. प्रॉब्लम विथ दीज डेज इज इतना सारा ग्राफिक एंड एक करंट अफेयर को दे मेक ए सच अ बिग 625 पेजेस काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग. अरे बाकी कौन पढ़ाई करेगा, इस पे 50 ऐड है और उस पे ये है. ये बड़ा डिफिकल्टी है दीज डेज. एडवर्टाइजमेंट बहुत ज्यादा है, और आधा टाइम तो एडवर्टाइजर ही देखने में लग जाता है कि हमारा फोटो कब लगेगा इस पे, एक स्टूडेंट टाइप का. बट ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग, any one of the compilation is fine with this. Then uh, as I mentioned, weekly, then monthly, and then you have to see how what kind of questions are coming in previous year question. तो अगर ऐसा कुछ anything which has happened in current affair which can be captured as a previous year question model, तो it becomes mostly ये तो you can leave on the questions are available also, people to practice and all मिलता है, तो that should not be a challenge. So you have to see that what are the themes, governance, economy, and in fact, paper is always arranged in that way. First is national or international news, national headlines. Then it comes to local part of it. Then it comes more again national. Then economy part of it. Like that. Paper also arranges there. Always it is a kind of standard arrangement. It also helps you to understand where and what is relevant for you. Okay. अगेन, यू आर द करंट ईयर स्टूडेंट, करंट आज के ज़माने के बच्चों, कोविड पोस्ट कोविड स्टूडेंट्स, सो यू आर मोर लर्नेड देन मी यूजिंग ऑफ स्मार्ट एआई एप्स एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट. बट डोंट फॉल इन द ट्रैप ऑफ इट. ये भी डाउनलोड कर रहे हैं, वो भी डाउनलोड कर रहे हैं, ऐसे ऐसे डोंट डू दैट. Half of the time is gone in these actions. No, no, no. Because the paper is still old pen and paper based. A4 sheet ka putha. If somebody, if it's your birthday, let me give you a 500 sheet A4 sheet as a birthday gift. That is most precious. Or एक 10 pen का packet. That is more precious than giving a tab or anything like that. Let me tell you. अगर ये एग्जाम दे रहे हो, जब तक द एग्जाम इज अबाउट पेन एंड पेपर, ये एप्स आर देयर टू हेल्प यू रिड्यूस एफिशिएंसी बढ़ाने के लिए टाइम का. But not necessarily everybody is used. मतलब आप, if you are a used to guy, great. I myself, the app which I am doing for my program will have some digital tool memory. एक फ्लैश कार्ड चलेगा, थोड़ी सी याद आ जाए, कुछ एमसीक्यू प्रैक्टिस कर देंगे. रिवाइज पर आईएएस किया है तो मैंने प्रैक्टिस एमसीक्यू आ जाएगा. कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर करना है तो वो पूछ लिया यही से. चैट जीपीटी टाइप का ही है, कुछ ऐसा नया नहीं है. एंड देन आई सजेस्ट यूट्यूब और पीडीएफ समराइजर टूल्स यूज करने के लिए बड़े बड़े कंटेंट इतना सारा पेल पेल के लोग पता नहीं क्या बना के देते हैं। वेस्ट मत करो, जस्ट समराइज इट, 4 पॉइंट उसका निकालो, मक्खन मक्खन निकालो, आगे बढ़ लो। until unless you don't know anything about it and you want to learn page by page is a different thing, but otherwise I see repetitive content only यहाँ वहाँ। इनफैक्ट मैं भी जो बोल रहा हूँ ऐसा कोई नया चीज़ नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, बोलने का तरीका में वो चेहरा अलग है, लेकिन वही बात ही बोली जा रही है कि भैया व्हाट इज मोर सेंसिबल फॉर द एग्जाम। The only thing which I feel I should endorse you is see some YouTube summarizer apps, some PDF summarizer app, चैट जीपीटी में ही हो जाता है वो फ्री वर्जन में ही, और यूट्यूब का लेकिन एक दो एप्स हैं डिफरेंटली। और बाकी आप ये एंकी कार्ड्स बोल के एक है फ्लैश कार्ड्स के लिए, एंड ये इंपॉर्टेंट है। बट अनदर प्रॉब्लम विथ दीज एप्स एंड ऑल, एडवर्टाइजमेंट वगैरह डाल देते हैं या कुछ कर देते हैं, और प्रीमियम एक्सेस फ्री ये फलाना चीज़ एक लूप में डाल देते हैं। पहला चीज़ तो द मोमेंट इफ़ यू लर्न एनीथिंग फ्रॉम यूट्यूब एंड ऑल दैट थिंग, फिर शॉर्ट्स देखने लग गए, आधा घंटा 2 घंटा उसी में टाइम चला गया। फिर देन नोट्स के इंपॉर्टेंट नोट्स करके लोग ऐसे करके कुछ भी क्रैप कोई नोट्स बना के देते हैं, और हम ओनली पीडीएफ में देखते हैं, हम तो पढ़ते नहीं है उसको। तो वो भी एक काइंड ऑफ मैं बाद में पढ़ूंगी, बाद में पढ़ूंगा टाइम, वो भी एक बड़ा ही आई साइकोलॉजिकली आई फील इज अ वेरी वेस्ट। देन ओवर लाइक लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन ओवरलोड हैपेंस। अरे वही इंडियन एक्सप्रेस है, वही बिजनेस न्यूज, वही 4 5 घुमा घुमा इतना सारा बना देना, और इस कोचिंग का उस कोचिंग का, और ये तूने टॉपर्स नोट देखा क्या, इसका देखा उसका देखा, ये सब ओवरलोड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन हाथ पैर को सुन कर देता है, यू कांट डू एनीथिंग। इनफैक्ट यू फील वेरी बैड, अचानक से आता हुआ चीज डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है, यू फील लाइक ओ मैंने किया नहीं, मैंने इसका नोट नहीं देखा, मैंने उसका नोट नहीं देखा, ऐसा कुछ ऐसा होता है। दूसरा है कि जो मैंने कहा, व्हाट आई सेड इनिशियली, इफ यू डोंट राइट इट देन यू आर नॉट देयर, यू हैव टू राइट इट। इनफैक्ट I have not yet asked any of my students who are registering for GS Foundation their birthday dates and all. But I actually wanted to give them two things. One is this printer, and then this is this A4 sheets, because that is more important, like printouts लेना और हाथ में देखना rather than मोबाइल पे देखना, थोड़ी सी खर्चा है बट वो बहुत नेसेसरी टाइप का मुझे लगता है। आई एम नॉट टेलिंग यू लाइक दिस। सो टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करना है, बट डोंट सी दैट वो आपका टाइम बढ़ा रहा है। इफ यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग सो मच ऑफ टाइम इन टेक्नोलॉजी की पढ़ाई का टाइम कम कम हो जा रहा है, इट इज़ नॉट गुड। इनफैक्ट टेक्नोलॉजी शुड हेल्प यू इंक्रीज योर एफिशिएंसी। आपको 4 यूट्यूब देखना है, बड़े लेक्चर्स या किसी का कुछ देखना है, वो लिंक आप डाल के समराइजर रख दो रेडी, तो आपका जो है 1 1 घंटा बच जाएगा, 20 20 मिनट में कंप्लीट हो जाएगा, लाइक दैट। Now, let me tell you a very simple question. This is one of the most common question every time people, every student who is asking me, one-on-one counseling और जो करते हैं मुझसे बात करते हैं, सर मुझे एक ऐसा प्लान दो कि मैं कर लूंगा, कि मैं कर लूंगी। सर पढ़ तो मैं लूंगा सर, आप मुझे खाली प्लान बता के दे दो। मेरे मन में अंदर से सवाल आंसर आते हैं, तुमने आज तक किसकी बात सुनी है जो मेरी बात सुनोगे? मतलब माँ बाप की बात सुनी है तो ये किसकी बात सुनी है? मैं बोल दूंगा ये प्लान कर लोगे, जस्ट बिकॉज आई फील लाइक एक खड़क से आंसर दे दूं, बट आई कीप क्वाइट। आई सी एवरीबडी इन हरी, मतलब कुछ एहसान कर रहे हैं एग्जाम देके, कि हम यूपीएससी दे रहे हैं तो कोई बड़ा एहसान कर रहे हैं। क्या 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 एहसान कर रहे हैं? दैट इज नॉट क्वालिटी प्रिपरेशन, वो तो नंबर बढ़ाने वाला गेम है कि नंबर दे रहे हैं ताकि फेल हो जाए बच्चे, और कुछ नहीं। और वो मुंह पे बोलना बड़ा बुरा भी लगता है ना, इट फील्स वेरी बैड इफ यू से विद दिस अप्रोच यू नॉट क्लियर, कि कैसा मेंटर है यार, 50 रुपए लिया उसके बाद भी खराब बोल रहा है। एटलीस्ट अच्छा अच्छा बोलना चाहिए, यानी पे एन एस्ट्रोलॉजर, जरा फ्यूचर बताओ। अगर वो सही में भी फ्यूचर जानता है कैसे बोल देगा यार तेरा तो बेटा जिंदगी खराब है, मेरे जैसा एस्ट्रोलॉजर के हाथ में पड़ गया तू। एनीवेज, 100 200 रुपये दिया है तो मैं बोलता हूँ बहुत बढ़िया है, ब्यूटीफुल, ये तो बहुत ही वेरी यूनिक हैंड, दिस इज माई गॉड, इसका सूर्य बहुत स्ट्रांग है, सीधा सीधा मून सीधा ही। तुमको क्या पता व्हाट इट इज देयर 100 रुपए दिया है तो अच्छा बोलना पड़े। मैं भी बोलूंगा अच्छा हो जाएगा बेटा, हो जाएगा हो जाएगा, पढ़ाई करो, स्टडी स्टडी हार्ड स्टडी हार्ड। तो रियलिटी चेक इज दिस जर्नी इज अबाउट सेल्फ नॉलेज। अगर इफ यूर आई टोल्ड इन द फर्स्ट स्लाइड इटसेल्फ, इफ यू आर वेस्टिंग योर टाइम, वो भी पहले बचा वेस्टिंग नहीं होने वाला, आगे टाइम वेस्ट मत करो, आगे बढ़ो, बहुत अच्छा चीज है दुनिया में, देयर सो मेनी थिंग्स टू डू. बट इफ यू हैव थॉट दैट रियली दिस इज माय पर्पस, देयर हैज टू बी पर्पस, देयर हैज टू बी गोल. एक शायद से ओटीटी थी, उसमें भी अभिलाष सर था. हाफ ऑफ द टाइम मेरे को कंफ्यूज भी कर, मेरा स्टोरी नहीं है वो. तो अभिलाष आईएएस, वो उसमें वो पूछता रहता है उसको कि क्यों बनना चाहता है आईएएस. जो संदीप भैया बार बार पूछता रहता है उसको, क्यों बनना चाहता है, क्यों बनना चाहता है. उसका आंसर, वो फेल हो जाता है एक्चुअली, वो अटेम्प्ट वो फेल हो जाता है. वो तो इंक्रीज हो जाता है एज, इसलिए वो बाद में फिर दे ना दे शो दैट कि वो क्लियर कर जाता है नेक्स्ट टाइम में. बट दैट पर्टिकुलर अटेम्प्ट में बार बार पूछता है संदीप भैया उससे, तू क्यों बनना चाहता है, क्यों बनना चाहता है, व्हाट इज द पर्पस, व्हाई डू वांट टू बिकम आईएएस. सर मुझे देश की सेवा करनी है. और कोई देश की सेवा नहीं कर रहा. तुम ही कर रहे हो देश की सेवा यार, फौज में जाओ, एनजीओ बनाओ. यहाँ क्या देश की सेवा कर रहे हो. पता नहीं सर, देयर इज नो आंसर. So one has to answer. I can you sir tell me how, what should I tell? Why do you want to be even in interview preparation? Most of the student ask me, sir, tell me something good now how to tell that. Why should I prepare? Why should I become? Why do you want to join IS? Why not other services? Why you are giving repeat attempt and all? IS बनने के लिए, even if people are there in the service, they again give the exam to become IS, to become higher rank में high आने के लिए, improve their scores and all that kind of thing. The question is why? That is your answer. I can only, curate it, make it a very good way of looking at speaking. So it becomes an emotionally well thing. But I always ask, every आप जब मुझे one on one करोगे अगर, I always, what is that driving force? Why should you wake up in the morning 4 o'clock every day? फेल होने के बाद भी why should you open the NCRT book? स्कूल खत्म हो गया है. Why should you do it again and again? What is that? What is that reason? What is the driving force? माँ बाप का नाम रोशन करना. दिस वॉज नॉट अवेलेबल वेन आई वॉज अ किड. आई सॉ माई ब्रदर डूइंग इट, आई वॉन्ट टू बी लाइक दैट. आई हैव सीन इन माई फैमिली द ट्रेजेडीज एंड आई सी दिस इज द प्लेस वेयर आई वॉन्ट टू बिकम. वॉट इज द ड्राइविंग फोर्स? क्यों बनना है? वो जो रीजन है, वो रीजन है आपका आईएएस बनने की. उसको किस तरीके से बोलना इज डिफरेंट. और आप बोलोगे नहीं वो दहेज अच्छा मिलता सर, वो अगर वो मार्केट में वैल्यू बनती. तो कलेक्टर लिखा हुआ है, कलेक्टर बाबू टाइप का कुछ होता है बढ़िया. तो एक बिहार में एक लड़का आईपीएस बन गया बोल के एक एल्बम रिलीज कर दिया, जेल भी चला गया था 10 दिन के लिए. फिर उसके बाद उसके ऊपर आईपीएस बन गवा करके एक भोजपुरी एल्बम रिलीज कर दिया उसने. मतलब ये सब कोलोकियल चीज है, बकवास टाइम वेस्ट वाली चीज है. बट आप इसमें जिंदगी थोड़ी वेस्ट करोगे. बट व्हाई आई स्टिल वांट टू टेल बिफोर आई स्टार्ट दिस स्लाइड दैट डू नॉट हरी. ऐसा कोई जादू मंत्र नहीं है कि मुझे 1 साल में बनना है. सर जल्दी बताओ 1 साल में बनना है, कैसे बनना है बताओ. क्या क्या पढ़ना है मुझे बता दो. मेरे को सर आप फटाक से स्टडी प्लान भेज दो सर, भेज दो स्टडी प्लान. एवरी टाइम एवरीबडी थिंक्स कि मैं स्टडी प्लान कुछ बना के दे दूंगा और वो डे 1 में ये पढ़ लेते हैं, ओके डे 1 हो गया, डे 2 में ये पढ़ लो, हो गया रेसिपी की तरह, खाने का जैसा रेसिपी होता है. थोड़ी सी नमक, थोड़ी सी मिर्ची, थोड़ी सी डाल दीजिए, अभी 20 मिनट के लिए उसको गर्म कर दीजिए. ऐसा कुछ स्टडी प्लान कोई बना सकता है क्या? आज तक जिंदगी में आपने कभी फॉलो किया है क्या कोई प्लान ऐसा? तो ये अगर मैं बना रहा हूँ तो आप बेवकूफ बन रहे हो. अगर एनीबडी क्लेम्स टू हैव डूइंग दिस, सो लाइफ इज वेरी डायनेमिक, वी डोंट नो व्हाट इज देयर टुमारो. चलते चलते पैर मुड़ जाएगा. हाँ पैर फूल गया, नहीं चल पा रहे हो, तो क्या हो गया, प्लान क्या करेंगे फिर. भाग, डेली हैबिट में लिखा हुआ था आधा किलोमीटर दौड़ूंगा, अब क्या करें, हैबिट मिस हो गया, या बुखार पड़ गया, या कुछ हो गया. सो लाइफ इज वेरी डायनेमिक. सो हाउ डू वी टेक केयर ऑफ इट? So that's the reason if anybody claim my study plan is what? स्टडी प्लान आपको एक रेगुलर देने के लिए दिया जा रहा है. आप उसको 1 दिन में करो कि 10 दिन में करो, डिपेंड्स ऑन योर कैपेबिलिटी. nobody can, how can I say that all of you are equal in the brain capacity? मुझे खुद ही मैथ्स नहीं आता, मुझे बहुत पढ़ना पड़ता है मैथ्स के लिए. लेकिन जब एग्जाम सॉल्व करने का आता मैं कर लूंगा सॉल्व. बट मुझे मैथ्स नहीं आता, मुझे डिफिकल्ट है वो. किसी कोई मैथमेटिकल ब्रेन होगा वो तो देखते ही सॉल्व कर देगा. सो ऑल ऑफ अस हैव डिफरेंट कैपेसिटी, कैपेबिलिटी. उसी के तहत हमें पढ़ना है. सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस, आगे का जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ, इट इज एब्सोल्युटली माय थॉट. डोंट, इफ यू डोंट, आपको अगर वो अच्छा नहीं लग रहा तो डो नॉट, मैं आई हैव डन दिस थ्रू एक्सपीरियंस, ओके, डो नॉट think bad about it. Why quality preparation takes time? Firstly, syllabus is very big. Wherever our prime minister goes, syllabus increases. Any country, anything he does, syllabus increases. अगर भी सिलेबस में एक छोटे से पोर्शन में वो माइक्रो सिलेबस बन के था, if our prime minister is suddenly gone to Caribbean nation or Brunei or something he has done, it becomes a current affair and automatically the portion increases. So it takes time. It's not so easy कि immediately आपके recall हो जाएगा. So it has to be repeated. Secondly, it is an exam paper which has certain requirement. How do we claim score improve कर सकते हैं? How do we claim that you are able to complete paper? Answer writing का कुछ exercise है कि essay writing का कुछ है. How are we claiming that? Because that is a typical skills. वो skill set, the moment you gain that skill set, you suddenly start getting the increased mark. And this is not because of you. Last 20, 30 years, this has been happening. So that to come to that particular area, you need to be at one skill level. Revision is most important thing. If you are not doing revision, you not recall. कुछ नहीं याद रहता है. Nothing remembers. Life, Ghana, anything you see, whatever is recalling in your brain, how much time it runs in loop, consciously or unconsciously, subconsciously. So that is why revision is very important. Second is testing. Testing with feedbacks and loops. How much time you test, you check your cross check your, क्या पढ़ा कितना पढ़ा. मेनी टाइम्स वी फील कि हम भाई सर्वगुण संपन्न है, जो हमने लिखा बहुत बढ़िया, बट देन यू रियलाइज फ्रॉम द एक्सपर्ट थिंग कि ओहो ये तो कमी रह गया, ओहो ये तो कमी रह गया, देन ओके दिस इज द एरिया टू इम्प्रूव. सो आई ऑलवेज से दैट टेक द फर्स्ट, अगर somebody बिगिनिंग से बिगिन कर रहे हैं, 3 months टाइम, आज से December 25 तक, 90 days टाइम, आप इस टाइम को इन्वेस्ट करो टू प्रिपेयर फॉर दिस. आई विल गिव यू अ प्लान फॉर इट, हाउ टू डू इट. You see whether you can follow it or not. If you can follow it, see you can put quality element to it or not, like that. Okay. So somebody was asking me 2026 आज से prepare करने से क्या होना चाहिए. I feel it is possible. Let me tell you, it is possible. Why it is possible? Because the amount of time or what we have right now. Maybe आप अगर जनवरी को बोलोगे then it will be difficult, but not impossible तो बोलूँगा नहीं. But here it is possible because today, if you start from today, the next 3 months, it is time to do your foundation for NCRT and from the standard reference book. And write something you have to write every day. So some answer or something, whatever you have learned from the foundation book. Then from Jan to March 2026, you have to see that you go by test. A test series लगा लो. And from test series, you see that you are completing your elements. सिलेबस जो है, यू आर कंप्लीटिंग योर प्रीलिम्स टेस्ट एंड दिस थिंग. ऑप्शनल का एक पेपर आप कर लो, ऑप्शनल एक पेपर, एंड बाकी मेंस प्रीलिम्स की बात करना. इन अप्रैल में इट इज ऑल अबाउट क्वेश्चंस, रिविजन्स एंड कंसोलिडेशंस ऑफ योर प्रिपरेशन. यही करना है कि जो चीज़ आपको आता है वो आपको अच्छी तरह से आता है. यू नो योर स्ट्रेंथ, एंड इफ योर साइंस इज, जोग्राफी इज योर स्ट्रेंथ, सो यू सी दैट सारे जोग्राफी के क्वेश्चन यू आर डूइंग टू डू वेल. इफ economics is your strength, you see that 100% of economic question you are going to do well. So you got to focus on your strength. That comes. Once prelims is done, you come to mains answer, right? Now this requires a timeline, 7 8 hours, kind of a time lagega, but it is possible. But I also say that on the examination on 2026 May 24th May ko hai, as per the calendar of UPSC. On 20 May 2026, ask yourself whether you're prepared for it. If your heart says yes, let's go for it, then go for it. But if your heart says नहीं नहीं मुझे लगता है मेरी और तैयारी रहनी थी. Why? Because you have certain proofs to say so कि मैं ये नहीं कर पा रहा था, कि मैं से नहीं पा. So that you're convinced, then you take you take the next step. Now for 2027 people who are starting and जिनका 2027 है, I must tell you that you have correct time to start off. Your daily plan, agar aap you are enrolled for the daily foundation plan, it will help you to gain the 15 months plan, will you build your foundation and take care of all the aspect. But apart from that, you can have your own schedule. The year one is for creating foundation. Year two is for practice and then staying current about it. Burnout nahi hona chahiye. You see that you invest in learning, you are able to understand things, make your own notes. 100 words ka notes of any topic. Awareness about topic is more important than factual collection of knowledge. Now coming to the people who want to start fresh, maybe not 2027, not 2026, 2028 हो गया, अलग स्कूल में होंगे, कॉलेज में होंगे. See that the next 90 days you are able to do something like this. You have the in the next 30 days, you you know turn the pages of NCRT. Where do you get the NCRT book? It is available in the website of NCRT. Okay, and then current affairs. You see, you read newspapers and writing from whatever previous year question. The NCRT से ही आ रहा है. Day 30 to day 60, you start adding, reference books like politically Lakshmikant and economically Ramesh Singh or Savinder Singh for geography, whatever, or Gochin Leon, whatever, you add that. And you see that you do some tests. Okay. Now, all this thing, what I'm saying is somebody who is apart from GS Foundation Plan. GS Foundation Plan is already taking care of all this thing. But अगर आप कर रहे हो और आप करना चाह रहे हो, हैबिट बनाना चाह रहे हो, तो दिस इज व्हाट यू शुड डू. If you are able to do and you are making your own notes in day 30 to day 60, you have revised कर रहे हो. Then comes day 60 to 90. Then you are able to integrate polity with economy with geography and things like that. And full length paper writing you are able to do. And see whether how much consistent you have been. Then your aspirant level of preparation start हो जाता है. So this is there. And I also feel that always feel like an achiever. एक दिन में कभी इतना ओवर एस्टिमेट मत करो कि मैं 4 किताब पढ़ लूंगा, 4 चैप्टर पढ़ूंगा ना. आधा चैप्टर पढ़ूंगा, 50 क्वेश्चन करूंगा. The moment half chapter is done and 50 question done, feel like an achiever. Move on. बुरा नहीं लगेगा. अगर इफ यू डू दैट, 5 चैप्टर करूंगा, 200 क्वेश्चन करूंगा और रात तक आपने सिर्फ आधा चैप्टर किया है और 50 क्वेश्चन किया, फील लाइक कितना बैकलॉग रह गया, अरे कितना बैकलॉग रह गया. ये बैकलॉग की जिंदगी आगे बढ़ने नहीं देती. इंजीनियरिंग या कॉलेज तक ठीक था बैकलॉग, आगे अभी मत रखो और बैठे. This is for reference, a little bit of template. Generally, people need some guidance. You have your own, but I just want to say, always morning hour is good for learning new elements. See that you learn in the morning before 11 a.m. whenever you wake up, around 1 or 2 hour of studies, the GS ka core. Then after your lunch, go to the second part of the GS जो भी आपको करना है, subject wise identified कर लो. Evening go during your 70 times and all, just run through your current affair time. रात को राइट आंसर टेस्ट प्रैक्टिस एंड देन स्लीप. डू दैट मंडे टू फ्राइडे. सैटरडे संडे टेस्टिंग वेस्टिंग का काम है. एंड एवरी वीकेंड यू सी दैट यू रिवाइज वॉट एवर यू हैव लर्न फ्रॉम द एंड. दैट्स इट. धीरे धीरे इसका वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज करना, बट दिस इज वॉट सर्टन दिस थिंग इज देयर. देर आर सर्टन मिथ्स अबाउट यूपीएससी विच आई वॉन्ट टू से. कई लोग बोलेंगे कुछ कुछ. पहला है 18 to 20 hours ऑफ स्टडी. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. आई टोल्ड यू क्वालिटी इज मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट. If you are from IIT or top college like that, only then it works out for you. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. 12th fail movie is an example for it. दिल्ली आना बहुत जरूरी है, कोचिंग बहुत जरूरी है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. सेल्फ स्टडी इज द बेस्ट वे टू स्टडी. आप कहीं भी कोचिंग कर लो, कुछ भी कर लो, सेल्फ स्टडी इज द ओनली वे टू. बुद्धि में सेल्फ स्टडी में जाएगा. कोई भी टीचर आपके बुद्धि के अंदर नहीं घुसा पाएगा, आप ही घुसाओगे. तो सेल्फ स्टडी इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. सेल्फ स्टडी विथ मेंटर विच आई प्रमोट इज लाइक मेंटर लेड सेल्फ स्टडी, सो दैट गाइडेंस वैसा ही ट्रैक पे जाओ. ऐसा नहीं कि आप एनर्जी कहीं और डाल दो. फॉर दैट्स व्हाई आई सेड मेंटर. मेमोराइज एवरीथिंग. ये जमाना जा चुका है. एप्लीकेटिव है नॉलेज. रीड ऑल बुक. सारा पन्ने से पन्ने पढ़ना है, नो, नथिंग लाइक दैट. आई टोल्ड यू रिविजन इज इंपॉर्टेंट. इंग्लिश मीडियम इज एडवांटेज. एक्चुअली गवर्नमेंट डज नॉट do that. You see the content availability and things like that. For in case of me and my mentorship, yes, English medium, but हिंदी में अभी हमको हमारे पास कंटेंट नहीं है ना. हाउ डू आई सपोर्ट यू विद. सो जहाँ पे आपको जिस मेंटर से आपको हिंदी का कंटेंट मिलता है, चीज़ें मिलती है, दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. व्हेन इट कम्स टू प्रीलिम्स, भाई जितना ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट कर लिया ना. ये पुराने ज़माने में था जब नेगेटिव मार्किंग नहीं था. अभी इट इज़ अबाउट एक्यूरेसी एंड एलिमिनेशन टेक्नोलॉजी टेक्निक. देन आंसर राइटिंग का कोई मौसम नहीं होता. यू हैव टू स्टार्ट राइट अवे. Then the myth is question comes from outside syllabus. I think Syllabus, I told you, wherever Prime Minister goes, syllabus also becomes a part of it. So there is nothing called as outside the syllabus. Okay. Uh, कोई बोलता है फुल टाइम विद जॉब के साथ करना मुश्किल है विथ ये दिस दैट आई डू नॉट नो व्हाट इज योर जॉब एंड व्हाट इज द नेचर ऑफ डिमांड ऑफ द जॉब so I may not be the right person to talk about it. uh, uh, hello, 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 hello. Yeah, suddenly I felt as if my then quitting job is a personal decision. Financial, see, it needs 2 3 years of time. So financially, well-being is much necessary. If you are not able to afford it, and all, it is going to be very challenging. So you see, financially, जब तक अगर नहीं है तो बहुत मुश्किल होता है. Nobody scholarship मिल जाए is a good thing, but you see your state government or many foundations they give. तो मतलब something is there, but अगर आप रिलोकेट कर रहे हैं पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं इट इट इज गोइंग टू कॉस्ट यू घर का खाना वाना बनाना एंड ऑल दैट इट्स अ वेरी यू सी योर बजट व्हाट यू वांट टू डू आई तो सजेस्ट सेल्फ स्टडी घर पे बैठ के टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करिए एंड घर पे रहिए बट या वैल्यू ऑल द थिंग मनी मतलब अननेसेसरी स्पेंडिंग की जरूरत नहीं है बट वेर एवर रेलिवेंट डेफिनेटली तो बट ऐसा डेली मूव होके स्टडी इन लाइब्रेरी और स्टडी रूम में बैठ के पुटिंग दैट काइंड ऑफ ऐसा somehow साइकोलॉजिकली बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है ऐसा हाईएस्ट लाइफ इज लग्जरियस अब ऐसा तो कुछ पिक्चरों में होता है ऐसे was that in the movies they show that collector and all that kind of story there are certain things अब now it is your attitude how you want to live but when your responsibility of nation is given to you देश का डिस्ट्रिक्ट का I must say that during this preparation, if you have never gone to district collector's office, एक बार आप district collector के office जाके आओ. If you feel that is the workplace you want to work in, if you feel the just जाके मिलने की भी जरूरत नहीं, just go to the office and come. ये एक exercise I would request because as a career counselor, I always say that you need to see the workplace you go. If you are a medicine student, medical student, you know the hospital you are going to work in. If you are a software engineer or you know that how the company is working तो यहाँ पे भी जरा देख के आओ कैसा है परिस्थिति तो दैट इफ मोटिवेट्स यू सम और अदर वे ड्राइव आना चाहिए ना तो इफ एक बार इफ यू हैव द पर्पस क्लियर ना क्रिस्टल क्लियर दिखता है सारे रास्ते खुल जाते हैं द यूनिवर्स कंस्पायर्स I do workshops and manifestation as well and I'll invite you all of you also when I do that how do we achieve what we want to achieve 16 महाजनपद आप यहाँ क्यों लिख रहे हैं
Sorry, sir. Sir,
कोई बात नहीं you have any questions in that
no, sir. I was just revising them and
okay, let's complete the session and then revise. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Good, good. So I'll tell you in UPSC, this 16 March and is now that the student has put it. It is not written in the in NCRT, it is in the map. It is in the map of a NCRT book where the 16 Mahajanapadas are there. And UPSC asked this question and people are like, कहाँ से आया क्वेश्चन कहाँ लिखा है कोई कुछ बुक बोला कोई कुछ बुक बोला कुछ है ना बुटे बने ऐसा एंशियंट इंडिया के ऊपर आर एस शर्मा ये वो बट इन एनसीईआरटी मैप इन 6th class एनसीईआरटी ओल्ड एनसीईआरटी there is a map and there all the janapadas are there 16 महाजनपदास so UPSC is very smart आपको दौड़ा देता है पानी पिला देता है how to start previous year question is your north star it is the actually guiding force you do that take the previous year questions you can download it from UPSC's website you understand those read out those questions see कहाँ से क्या पूछा जा रहा है बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है इट्स अ वेरी बोरिंग जॉब एक बार बस करना है जिंदगी में एक बार कर लिया तो बस कर लिया so then it becomes very easier to understand that what is the pattern of what they're asking where they're coming from how they're framing question what kind of aspect of study or क्या type का concept you need to focus then you do the same PYQ under time practice it is going to help you I have just noted down that for prelims, your previous year question should be like how they're phrasing it, pattern, elimination technique, conceptual versus factual है कि current affair based है, what to learn, how much depth of preparation needed, interconnection between topics, because they are asking for assurity, no? मतलब accuracy. So they are trying to confuse you again and again. In the previous year questions of mains, what is the demand of the question, what is the answer structure, what is the word limit, how do you add perspective, what should be the integration approach, analytical approach, balanced approach. So these are something which you need to do. Most important thing next in this slide is about CSAT. Many people have many perception. Let me tell you, qualifying here, you have to give time to it. It is not going to happen without time. It is a paper. You have to give the respect to the paper. You have to practice it regularly. You cannot ignore it, because anything you ignore will come heavy back to you. एक attempt lose करना is about losing 15 months. So it's a 15 months of your lifetime is a very big month. क्या क्या हो जाता है. So इसलिए it's very important to be, focused on CSAT preparation. Everybody has different way of learning about it. Please take that thing. करो धीरे धीरे करो, slowly करो. Understand the concept when it comes to mathematics or when it comes to logical reasoning. It with practice the brain opens up. Optional section strategy. I'll just quickly cover it over here because we are already at 8:30. I, 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 I just because you are in the session, I want to say optional. Do not go by what people say, what to say. You see what is your personal interest, what is your genuine interest. If your curiosity lies, you will definitely learn more about it. Also, one aspect is to see how much GS subjects overlaps. Availability of resource, क्या है, content है, and you see your answer checking and PYQ and all that thing is available with you. If these things are there, then your optional selection, any subject for that matter, will be great. Now coming back to all this, whatever I said, I have curated this Elevate IS daily email GS Foundation program to help you, every day, inch by inch, brick by brick, build your foundation. I only ask for 1.5 hour per day of your, that email with all the content which is there. If you have not yet started and facing challenge, I want to share how to, enroll about it. It is already given in your the link is already given in your this thing. So if you go to the website, the link, this is the form. I hope you're able to see the form. This is the form which comes to you. Clear. So if you go to the website, the link, तो आप ये फॉर्म भरेंगे. You have to write correct email ID, because immediately an email goes from the system. If your email ID is wrong, it will not come to you. You have to write correct email ID. Then put the captcha, all the details which is asked. Then put join now. See, because these days bot and so much spam happens. We we want to see that whether you're human or not. That is called double opt-in system. So the email goes to confirm whether you are the same person. So the moment you write your email, you you go to your email this thing, Gmail or whatever email you have got. There will be a confirmation mail asking you. It will come like this. Elevate IS confirm your subscription. This will come in your spam folder. People who do not know where is the spam folder, go to your left sandwich button in your Gmail app and it will open. Here it is folder below all mail, a spam folder. Many times our mail goes over there. The moment you see that in the spam folder, this you have to open. The moment you get that, you have to click here to confirm your email address. See, when you fill the form, immediately you do this, because after 24 hours, the validation goes again. So you have to fill the form again. You fill it, only then the subscription starts. That this is a human. Once you do that, How do you know whether your subscription is open? You get a email called welcome from mentor, and in that email your GS Foundation things are as told to you, and what is to do, what not to do, and all that thing. When is the monthly doubt clearing session on second Tuesday? Every all thing is mentioned over there. The you WhatsApp community. It's all optional whether you want to be a part of it or not. After that, once it is done, every day morning 5 a.m. you start getting email. Email like this, in which we have started from NCRT. So NCRT which chapter? One video is there, which is the chapter summary video. What is the chapter talking about and all that. Learning video. Wherever these are chapter summary, the chapter notes are given to you. These notes are for you to summarize and write in your handwriting in your paper. The resource from where the this thing is taken, the chapter is taken. The lab and here it is the folder. So you can get the resource, direct resource. Then practice MCQ, which is revising of this chapter. So yeah, it is also there with answer only. You have to do this. So once you revise, I always say first revise because you have already studied it. This is nothing new, school level topics. You first revise and then go for reading the book. You will be able to correct it. So this is important. Like every day MCQ you are doing, and by the end of your, foundation program, you would have done more than 50,000 questions. You any doubt you have, you submit your doubt. Any doubt on the mail content, क्वेश्चन गलत हो गया कुछ भी, anything you can ask me. हो भी सकता है. Although I see everything and do it, but still you can WhatsApp me also directly over here. So this is what comes as a daily foundation plan. So I want to say this: people who have not yet started because of any, unable to see the confirmation email, खाली form भर के छोड़ दिया है, they can actually start right away. Yeah, I'll tell the answer after the session is over. Okay. Now next, is one source versus many. Many people say ना यहाँ से कलेक्ट कर लो, यहाँ से पढ़ लो, वहाँ से पढ़ लो. My personal way of looking at is पहले complete one source completely, and once you master that, you then enrich it with other elements, and then you revise systematically. तो depth beats breadth every single time. इतना ज़्यादा पढ़ के जाने से भी कुछ होता नहीं है. You will not be able to recall. The more you complete one core source and then master it completely through multiple reading and revising, कि आपको एक एक वर्ड याद हो, फोटोग्राफिक मेमोरी जैसे याद हो, चाहे वो एनसीईआरटी बुक क्यों ना हो, but that should be the this thing to you. And multiple sources वहां से सर्कुलेट कर रहे हैं, यहाँ से कलेक्टिंग कर रहे हो, ऐसा मत करो. एंड डोंट हैव अ फियर दैट कि नहीं पढ़ा तो नहीं आएगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. You do it slowly. एक सोर्स को पहले बनाओ and then go depth with. Then few of the challenges with every, आप गलत डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हो. How do you know that? In it, every beginner this happens. You start collecting books and PDF. बहुत सारा मटेरियल कलेक्ट करना चाहते हैं. रिवीजन को प्रायोरिटी नहीं देते. एक बार खत्म कर लूँ उसके बाद स्टार्ट करूँगा, ऐसा होता नहीं. Every night or every weekly you have to create a page of revision. आंसर राइटिंग का भी रियलिटी वही है. लास्ट मोमेंट आप देखोगे हाथ चल ही नहीं रहा होगा, हाथ भूल गया होगा, राइटिंग करना भूल गया होगा. तो यू नीड टू राइट. सी सैट, अरे मैं तो कर लूंगा, मैथ्स में अच्छा था. बट सी सैट इज नॉट अबाउट मैथ्स. इफ यू डू एनीथिंग इग्नोर इट, वो आपको इग्नोर कर देगा. करंट अफेयर के चक्कर में यहाँ से किताब ले रहे हैं, वो 365, वो ये किताब, वो किताब, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. सिंपल क्या है, वीकली वीकली मैटर में आप कनेक्ट करो. यू विल बी एबल टू डू वेल. इम्पॉर्टेंट यह है कि मेरा जो एक एक्सपीरियंस कहता है It is not the 100% what matters. Do 70% of the syllabus, but do 100%. Do the 70%, 100%, up 100% qualify करो. This is one of the question कि किसी ने मुझे मांगा था कि what should be a college student do, how day wise plan. तो अगर आप दिन भर में देखें तो मॉर्निंग सुबह उठ के आप डू योर कोर स्टडी फ्रेश माइंड में. देन यू ट्रैवल बैक टू योर ऑफिस और योर स्कूल कॉलेज जहाँ पे भी आप जाते हैं. वहाँ आपका जो भी टाइम जाता है और जहाँ बीच में आपको थोड़ी सी टाइम मिले यू हैव नोट्स. इवनिंग को आइए अगेन डू अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ सेशन स्टडी. रात को करंट अफेयर का चीज़ क्लोज करिए पर डे का करंट अफेयर एंड एटलीस्ट 20-30 मिनट्स लिखिए. एंड एवरी वीकेंड व्हेनेवर आपके पास छुट्टी है एक टेस्ट लिखना है और रिविजन करना है. दिस इज व्हाट यू शुड डू. एंड स्लोली स्लोली इसका क्वालिटी जो है इंक्रीज करना है. यू शुड बी एबल टू प्लान ऑल द थिंग्स टॉपिक वाइज थिंग्स लगा. Something which you need to be very well because health is more important than all this thing. It is a whole long this thing. You have to have a good sleep. You have to do physical activity. You have to see that you limit your screen time. यहाँ से स्विप स्विप करके फिर बर्ड्स ऑफ बॉलीवुड देख रहे हैं कि पता नहीं और भी क्या नया रिलीज हो रहा है. ऐसा थोड़ी सी सैक्रिफाइस करना पड़ेगा. देन स्टडी टेक्निक बोलते हैं पोमोडोरो टेक्निक है 20-20 30-30 मिनट साइकिल में पढ़ाई करना विदाउट डिस्ट्रैक्शन एंड हैविंग रेस्ट. ब्रेन नीड्स रेस्ट. बर्नआउट नहीं होना चाहिए. तो स्लो स्लो चलो लेकिन स्टैमिना बढ़ाओ एंड इट विल हेल्प यू अलॉट. Now comes to this mentorship. Why you need a mentorship? I told about mentorship and self study. First of all, what not to do is very important, not then what to do. Your accountability of where you are heading towards, what you are preparing, what you are overcoming. ऐसा तो नहीं पूरा दुनिया ही पढ़ने की कोशिश कर रहे हो. And having feedback from a person who is experienced and expert who is watching many people for a strategic clarity. So I provide that, and you can access or you can be a take the service. You can book a one-on-one call, and it is paid. It's not free. You can book a slot for a cup of coffee's price, 51 rupees plus GST. And we have once you book it, we I understand your each scenarios, your challenges, and try to help you out with it. And if you're doing it in a regular way, then we try to build your personalized system of learning and follow up with that. But with this, I also want to talk about few books which I have shared you the links of reading list, book list, this thing. Also, I've shared a book of for prelims preparation and a book for mains mastery, and you can see both the books in our website also. And this is very essential because it helps you to break down. I the book is trying to help do the work which you should do as an aspirant, syllabus, micro syllabus breaking, and then also strategizing answer writing specialty in mains. So both the books are available in the website. They're not costly. They're very less than 100 rupees. Then comes to the point, my saying it is not about perfection. It is about consistency, discipline. You stay focused, doing one by one, doing their activity. I urge you to be my student, join the daily email foundation plan. That itself is my student. You can be a part of mentorship only when you need it. It is chargeable. It is 15,000 for 15 months. And now I did the entire trial month for September. You can be a part of that. But for this season, the you have to pay before 10th of October 15,000 for entire 15 months. And I take care of your weekly current affairs sessions, which is a group session, and hand out for helping you on answer writing and consolidating your current affair, your personalized plan and tracking of your preparation, your on-time doubt clearing sessions, whatever doubt you have, we can have one-on-one sessions, and then strategy calls to know your track, your progress, and any challenges related to study and about UPSC preparation, answer evaluation and improvement of your GS preparation, and various premium content which I am going to release also as a part of mobile app and other things will be accessible to you. So this is more about diagnosis about your what you are doing when it comes to personalized, and strategy something for you, not generic आपके लिए as per your day and habit, and execution together how you are going to guidedly execute it. Goal is very simple, to see yourself your name in the final list. That is what is the thing. And if you have been giving attempt, then this attempt should be the best attempt than the last attempt. That is the way of looking at it. So that's from my end. Apart from this, I can schedule your one-on-one calls. The calendar is open, and I'll see that I give some slots better for the entire October month. थोड़ी सी festivities है. I also have some personal, this thing times to, so may not be available every time, but yeah, थोड़ी सी दशहरा दिवाली वाला टाइम थोड़ी सी अनअवेलेबल होगा, but we'll still manage. But do look up to the personalized mentorship program if you're facing challenge yet. आपने अभी तक शुरू नहीं किया तो कोई बात नहीं, जबरदस्ती की बात नहीं है. But somebody who is facing challenge and feels really a guidance is required, definitely, I would suggest go for it and see that whether improvement is happening to you. And it is not just like, हो गया तो भूल गए, ऐसा नहीं है. तो you may know that the exam is tough, the thing is standard, कोई गारंटी तो है नहीं कोई चीज़ का, रिजल्ट का. बट एफर्ट का और डायरेक्शन ऑफ एनर्जी का तो है. दैट वी डेफिनेटली, I can assure you that you will get. So with this session today, we close our session, and thank you so much. If you have any questions, put in the chat. I have a question to answer in the chat. And apart from that, all those people who are watching on YouTube, thank you for being live. It was a long session. But yes, you can fast forward it and watch it faster, or use the summarizer tool to do that. Thank you so much. I stop the streaming now, and